Anna Nix is a troubled teen who kills her rapist stepdad in self-defense and ends up in a juvenile hellhole where the only rule is survival of the fittest. She quickly realizes that this is not a place for whiners or weaklings, but for fighters and schemers, and she must contend with sadistic guards, ruthless gangs, and ravenous predators who want to own her body and soul. Don't be fooled by the title of this movie. Anna has to fight to maintain her wits and will in a place where no one cares if she lives or dies. In the solitude of her room, she watched This Is Not Your Average Prison Film. Young cellist Anna suddenly gives herself over to her love of music. She boldly pushes her stepfather away as he tries to attack her, but in the commotion, he trips and falls. Moments later, a sharp item slits his throat, and he expires while being accused of killing her stepfather. Anna discovers herself in front of the courts. Although her mother testifies against her, portraying her husband as a good man, the judge is persuaded by the testimony and sentences Anna to a juvenile detention center. Upon arrival, Frank the prison warden greets the newcomers and explains that Anna is there on a juvenile detention charge. Subsequently brought to her cell, where she encounters Jeannie, a shy girl who prefers to spend her time alone. The convicts were permitted to go outdoors for some fresh air, and while Jeannie watches Anna sleep, she covertly rubs herself while feeling drawn to her. In the hard prison environment, where two groups of girls, one led by the fearsome Hila and the other by the tenacious Cody, dominated the scene, Anna came face to face with Cody, a tough streetwise dame who warned her of the dangers she might encounter if she stayed there alone. Despite Cody's attempts to lure Anna with friendship promises, Anna was divided between joining a group and going it alone. And security, even after rallying her group to intimidate Anna, the young woman kept her ground and would not be moved. Anna walked away from the altercation resolved to forge her own path in this intimidating new world, seemingly offended by Anna's rejection. The doctor at the clinic urged Anna to seek out Frank, the man who could supposedly offer her protection from such violence, but when Anna naively confided in Frank about her desire to be left alone, Frank left her. Cody and her gang had cornered the poor girl in a room and began to lay into her with fists flying. Alone he saw a chance to strike a deal for his services, but sadly Anna had no desire in playing his twisted game and she retreated to herself, feeling disgusted and discouraged by the ongoing threat of being preyed upon in this cruel environment in a twisted turn of events. Jeannie, a master of sweet talk, used her charm to reassure Anna by praising her beautiful beauty. Unable to resist Jenny's approaches, Anna became involved in a passionate experience. However, the next day as they were walking outside, Keela's towering presence abruptly ended their blissful moment. Angry Anna ignited and in a brave attempt to defend herself, she made the decision to join Cody's gang. However, the crafty leader Cody wasn't quick to trust Anna and demanded evidence of her allegiance and strength before she could become a true member. With a cunning gleam in her eye, she proposed a daring challenge for Anna to compete against none other than Keela herself. The gauntlet was thrown, and Anna, eager to prove her worth, eagerly embraced the difficult duty without hesitation. With her heart racing in her chest, Anna made a quick and unexpected move to confront Keela. The impact of Anna delivering a pie to Tequila's face revealed her previously untapped fierceness. Everyone was shocked by Anna's audacity, which sent shockwaves through the air. It was a moment of defiance and triumph as Anna stood tall, demonstrating to Cody and the gang that she possessed the mettle. Little did they know that this audacious pie-throwing act would mark the beginning of Anna's exciting journey as she embraced her newfound place among the gang. Cody captured the entire fight with her covered camera. After this, Frank punishes Anna. The circumstance as the sun rose on a new day, Anna's mother came to visit her, but instead of comfort and support all she had was blame and condemnation for her daughter. She refused to believe that her late husband was responsible for Anna's actions. Anna has no choice but to submit to Frank's demands and pamper him after completing the mission entrusted to Cody. Cody offers her a small gift as a welcome gesture. With her gang by her side, Anna unleashed all the punches and kicks she had been holding back on Keela, an old foe who had challenged her, leaving Keela battered and defeated. Frank, the shady businessman who had been using her for his own gain, had video of the fight with Keela and threatened to use it against her in court unless she did exactly what he wanted. The idea of touching Frank again made Anna nauseous, but she realized she had no option but to grudgingly comply with his requests in the hopes that she could eventually outsmart him. As the tension in the room increased, the guard immediately hauled Anna off to Frank, who had previously used his position of authority to take advantage of her, but this time she stood her ground and refused to give in to his advances, accusing him of raping her every day. Little did she know that her violent outburst would result in dire consequences, as a guard noticed the cut on Jenny's lip during an inspection. The guard wasted no time in hauling Anna off to Frank. Could not resist declare her love for Anna and caution her about the risks of addiction. As the two shared a moment of vulnerability, we couldn't help but be drawn into a twisted world of power struggles and emotional turmoil. As Anna struggled to deal with Cody's newfound affection, she found herself growing restless and agitated. Desperate to escape her emotions, she came across a group of girls who were shooting up and decided to join in despite Cody's attempts to stop her. Advancing in addiction as her health deteriorated, she regularly injected herself with dangerous doses of narcotics. As her condition worsened, she became more irrational and felt Keela was out to get her during a drug-induced mania. Frank, the prison guard, cruelly sends Anna back to solitary confinement, stripped of all clothing and left to fend for herself. Anna's addiction takes hold and she spirals further into despair upon her release, but Cody, ever the caring friend, tries to help her. Anna attacked Keela alone, driven by a desperate need for revenge. Despite the odds being stacked against her, she emerged victorious. But at what cost? I feel heartbroken as I watched Anna's descent into darkness and self-destruction. However, Anna is without medications taking their toll and Anna's grasp on reality slipping away. She uses a broken piece of her tray to cut her wrists in a fit of desperation. The guard intervenes and returns her to seclusion days just in time. It's a terrifying scenario that puts you on the tip of your seat, wondering if Anna will ever be able to find her way back from the edge. Fortunately, the vigilant caretaker finds her just in time and sends her right away for medical care after her treatment. Anna sees an increasing number of patients who, like herself, have lost their sense of reality as a result of drug usage. Tragically, one of the patients is one of these patients. Gives into her addiction. This terrifying experience serves as a wake-up call for Anna, who resolves to give up drugs for good. Desperate to connect with her mother, she finally does so. Her mother, now regretful for having sent Anna to prison without fully understanding the circumstances, vows to secure her release as soon as possible. When Anna has recovered, she runs into Frank. She offers herself to him on the condition that he isolates her from everyone else, allowing her to be alone. When Cody learns of this arrangement, she slashes Anna's face and orders her gang to attack her again, feeling betrayed by Frank for not following his promise. A violin, meanwhile, is begging her to practice. Anna loses faith in her ability to tell the truth. Anna chooses to tell the doctor about her worries, but she has no idea that Frank is listening in on their chat through a covered camera and has instructed an inmate to kill the doctor at the talent event. After Anna's outstanding solo performance, which captivates the crowd, Frank tells Anna that he has obtained a parole hearing for her in exchange. Later, when Anna shares the news with him, he insists that she spend the night with him. Jeannie warns Anna not to get her hopes up because she thinks Frank might be using her as a pawn. Cody agrees to lend Anna a camera for the covert operation, and when Anna meets with Frank, who is eager for one last intimate moment with her, she is able to catch the incriminating act on camera. During the parole hearing, Anna impresses everyone with her thoughtful responses and seems on the verge of confessing. Anna decides to secretly record her encounter with Frank with the intention of using the footage as evidence during her parole hearing to expose him to the board members. Incredible sequence of events. Frank betrays Anna by pleading with the parole board members to deny her request for release, claiming that the fiery spirit has been a perpetual troublemaker inside the prison walls. Little does he know, however, that Anna has a backup plan hidden away. With a sly grin, she reveals a video she had cunningly recorded earlier. As the footage plays for everyone to see, Frank realizes that he has made a grave mistake and is desperately trying to snatch tea. Having seen Frank's betrayal, the parole board is greatly affected by Anna's fortitude and comes to a unanimous decision awarding her the freedom she so richly deserves. They are overcome with a mixture of gratitude and bittersweetness. Anna says goodbye to her faithful friends Jeannie and Cody, who have endured innumerable hardships with her and stayed by her side through thick and thin. With her beloved sallow in hand, Anna releases a wave of exquisite melodies that vibrate through the hearts of everyone who listens, and that's it. Anna has finally found herself standing before an incredible audience, ready to realize her lifelong ambition. I hope you enjoyed my jailbait movie review for today's video, which will make you laugh, weep, and support the underdog. Please give this film a thumbs up if you enjoyed it and consider subscribing to my channel for more movies. Recaps and suggestions for future movies I should review are welcome in the comments section below. If you ever consider breaking the law, just keep in mind that orange does not mix well with anyone. I'll see you in the next video. Stay out of trouble until then to avoid going to jail.